What's up, you? For today's video, we're a full gym leader Gordie team. We've done Milo, Nessa, Kaboo, Bia, Alistair, Opal, and B. Now, in these gym leader challenges, I use the exact moves that the gym leaders have, and I make up my own EVs and item. A big shout out to all the people that catch me on Twitch yesterday. We did a lot of battles. It was super fun. If you still haven't checked my live stream out, make sure you do it. The link is in the description of the video, twitch.tv/PIMPNITE. Hope to see you there. Come and drop a follow. All right, today we've got 2 battles, and I'm providing some more daily content because I know a lot of people are at home from school or off work and stuff like that, and all the other people, of course, too. I'm going to try and upload, almost every day. I'm going to try. So we got a Rapidash lead here. It's going to be a Galar one. So we're going to battle against Will. This one was actually on my Twitch as well. Now, the moves that Shuckle gets are as follows: Stealth Rock, Sticky Web, Gastro Acid, and Rock Tomb. So not much presence for Shuckle. Not that it has a lot of attacking presence anyway. I would have liked to have a Toxic on there, but that's the way the cookie crumbles. So we got the Rapidash going for a Sword Dance here. I really have to do something about this Pokemon because it's going to set up on me. So I've got the Sticky Web down, which is obviously going to help out any other speedy Pokemon swapping in. And I've got Rock Tomb too, which actually can drop the speed of a Pokemon. Rapidash is going to go for a second Sword Dance there. Man, this thing's going to have a lot of attack, so it's definitely going to go for a Player Rough or a Zen Headbutt, Psycho Cut, something like that. So I thought to go for a Rock Tomb there, at least dropping its speed by 1 stage. I might be able to revenge KO another time. Instead of going for attacking move, it's going to grab a little bat near its Unicorn, and it's going to be swapping out. So I dropped its speed already, and Leafon's going to come in there as well, and it's going to get caught in this Sticky Web. So it's not going to be very fast, right? So I thought I might as well go for some more Rock Tomb, get at least a little bit of damage off on this thing. If it's a physical set, which I know it is because they passed, Sword Dance to it, I know that it's going to have Leaf Blade. That's its common move. Outside of Leaf Blade, it really doesn't get any good physical moves. It has it can have Double Edge, Knock Off, Quick Attack, stuff like that. But usual Grass type Pokemon don't have loads and loads of coverage, especially physical ones. So go for another Rock Tomb there, doing earth-shattering damage to that Leafon, and my Shuckle's obviously going to go out the next turn. That's fine because I set up Sticky Web on the field, and I managed to see what that Rapidash set would be. Now, it sort of remains to be seen whether Rapidash has any attacking moves, or is it just a pure Baton Pass set, or does it have Baton Pass, Sword Dance, and 2 stab moves that I mentioned before, Play Rough or Zen Headbutt. I don't know what it's got yet. Alright, so my Shuckle's going to go down, which was inevitable. We're going to swap in the Colossal here. Now, I was allowed to obviously only G-Max this Pokemon. I wasn't allowed to Dynamax any of the other Pokemon on my team, right? Because that would be against what the gym leaders do. So, going for the G-Spot really early. Sometimes you just got to do it. And I've got to take this Leafeon, right? It's a very, very slow Pokemon too, because I've already dropped its speed. Let's take away the Sticky Web. I've already dropped its speed 3 stages, right? Plus the Sticky Web. Even Colossal is going to be able to take this out. So it's G-Max form. I'm not really sure if I really love its G-Max form. It just looks like a big old oven, really. One of those kiln things, right? I'm sure you guys did this when you're in school, right? You made pottery and stuff, right? And you put it in this thing called a kiln. What it does, it hardens up the clay stuff, right? And you can make stuff out of it. You can make little vases and faces and stuff like that. Man, brings back some memories. Anyway, so Leafeon's going to go down there, and it's it was sort of art or pottery class. I can't remember. I think I did it in high school. Man, that's so long away. That's making me feel old. Alright, so we got a Colossal versus Colossal. Are they going to go for the G-Spot, or are they not going to go for the G-Spot? Alright, so we're going to go for a G-Max Volcalift. This is obviously its G-Max move. It's a very, very cool move there. Doing some really good damage there, but only doing about 3/4 damage. So we've got some big old Magma Rocks on the field, which obviously does damage at the end of the turn. So we got high horsepower here, doing a fairly good amount of damage to me. The EVs on this set were as follows: Max Health and Max Attack, Adamant Nature. I was running a Choice Band on this set. Tar Shot wasn't used very often, so that's why I went for that one. And I could go for my G-Max form too, so I could go for some other moves, which were nice. So now I'm going to go for a Max Quake here. What I'm going to do that for is I'm going to boost my special defense by 1 stage. I know Colossal is in KO range too, and it's going to be super effective. And there's no point going for my G-Max move again, right? Alright, so we're getting a nice special defense raise there, and my Pokemon is down. So this wasn't a bad set. I guess it's the Ace Pokemon, so it had to be a decent set. Compared to some of the other teams, it was pretty good. but it wasn't the greatest because it did have like a lot of weaknesses, like, you know, a lot of the gym leader teams do have. Speaking of big old weakness there, we've got Dragovich coming in. This is about to take me out with a water gun, right? All right, so I nearly said my Gigalift there. My G-Max Colossal is going to be small again. Now, all I've got is to go for a Stone Edge or a Earthquake. Dragovich hasn't got its speed drop, which is going to be nice. I'm going to go for the Stone Edge. I am choice betted. However, Dragovich is going to still outspeed me, and that is my Colossal down. Colossal is a very, very slow Pokemon. That's the only downside to it, apart from its many other weaknesses, right? All right, so getting some extra damage there. You can see the little the little magma rocks, and it's got leftovers, so it doesn't have Choice Scarf. It doesn't have Choice Band, which those two items are the most popular on Dragovich, right? So we're going to go to Barbaracle. I was thinking, right, since there's a Sticky Web on the field and I'm running a max speed, max attack Barbaracle, this is the best set on their team, by the Gym Leaders team. This is a Shell Smash set. I thought I could go for the Shell Smash. I've got White Herb as the item. That's going to kick in. And if they go for Fishious Rain, which I know they're going to do 1,000%, it's only going to do a little bit of damage, right? Because they're going to go second. Like, it's amazing how, like, bigger damage difference there is between Dragovich going first and second. So getting my White Herb, that's not going to have those drop stats. And as you can see, that really didn't do too much at all. Plus, there's Sun on the field too. Okay, so that Sunshine is going to be able to go away this turn. I'm pretty sure if my maths is right. Sometimes it's not right. Don't roast me too hard. So getting some more leftover recovery on the Dragovich there. And I can go for any sort of move here. I can go for actually, I've got to go for Stone Edge. I can't go for Earthquake. I've got to land this Stone Edge like right now. And thank goodness it lands, because I think that would have like messed up the rest of my team. So Dragovich is down. That's a really good Pokemon buried there. So we're doing pretty well at the moment. Now the disadvantage of this team, right, was I could only use 5 Pokemon. So that was really hard. It was sort of like a disadvantage at the start. So next Pokemon we got coming in here is the Toxtricity. So it's like, okay, that's actually pretty good, because I can go for the Earthquake and one-shot this like really, really easily. Now they haven't Dynamax or G-Max yet. I thought, well, they could, if they G-Max and Toxtricity, I know that I can take it out, right? But I didn't think they would, but they did. I was like, oh man, this is going to be like a nice, easy KO on their Toxtricity, because even with all those, you know, the extra health buff, it's still 4 times super effective, right? Plus, I've got the Shell Smash up, and I know that I'm going to be able to outspeed this Pokemon. All right, so we got the big old, man, it's going to play with its nipples. Look at that, look at that. Man, how many nipples does it have? Like 10 or something. So, regardless, let's get back to the battle. I'm going to go for an Earthquake here. It's going to do a bucket of damage, and you know what? It's going to Focus Ash. I knew something was fishy coming up there. There's nothing I could have done, though. I had to attack her, right? So we got the G-Max Stone Shock there from the G-Max Toxtricity, and that is going to take me out in one shot for super effective. Nothing I could have done there. I was still very, very proud there how the Barbaracle went. I mean, Shell Smash is a very, very good move. On any Pokemon, it gives you the ability to sweep, right? I was actually looking at my channel. I don't think I've done a Barbaracle sweep. I mean, I could sweep with that set in like 5 minutes, like no joke. So we got the Tyranitar coming in here. Tyranitar's got some good moves: Crunch, Stone Edge, Ice Punch, and Body Press. If anything went south, the Sand was going to take out Toxtricity, right? That was sort of like my plan. So we got its G-Max Stun Shock move again. This move has a 50% chance to paralyze you or poison you, right? So it can be a mixed bag of things. Like sometimes it can be really good, and sometimes it can be really bad. Or getting status in the meantime really isn't that great either. But it depends. You could have like guts or something, and it might like poison you. So we got the Toxtricity going down there. I wish I had a set up or status move. That'd have been really good, because I knew the Sand was going to take it out anyway. So taking some more damage from the Toxic, from the G-Max Toxtricity. And we got 2 more Pokemon. We got the Rapidash, and we got another very, very scary Pokemon, Conkeldurr. So being a rock-type Pokemon, you've got a lot of weaknesses, like so many. And this is like, this is a mega counter, right? So this thing is very, very bulky. It's got very, very good offense. Mach Punch, Drain Punch, you know, very scary. So we got an Ice Punch here, hoping for that low-key Freeze Hacks in the Sand, right? And it's going to go for a Brick Break. So Tyranitar is not going to light on. It's going to go down in one shot. That was 4 times super effective, coming from a Conkeldurr. All right, we got 1 more Pokemon left. And we got actually quite a favorite Pokemon of mine. This Pokemon actually could be my second favorite Generation 8 Pokemon. Stonejourner. So we got Stealth Rock, Rock Tomb, Wonder Room, and Body Press. So we got 2 Stealth Rock users on this team, which is pretty interesting. So I've gave this max health and max offense. Body Press does some pretty good damage. That's a lot of damage there. And we got the Conkeldurr going for the Brick Break. I tanked that very, very well. Plus we got the Sand going as well, which is really nice. That's doing damage to the Conkeldurr. But since I'm a rock type, it's not going to hurt me. So I can go for another body press there. Hopefully you're taking up the Conqueror. Conqueror's going to have a quick claw. So instead of having Mach Punch, it's got Brick Break instead, which is pretty interesting. It's going to hit my little salty edge there. Now, the item I gave this was a Citrus Berry as well, so that allowed me to get some health back, because it's not a very fast Pokemon, right? It's a very, very slow Pokemon. Now, Wonder Room's pretty cool, because since it's got such great defenses, right, you can use Wonder Room against a special attacker, because Stonejourner's special defense is absolute garbage. So, Conqueror somehow just lives on there on like 2 health. We're going to go for a body press here and take it out. So, this is a very, very tight match at the moment, like something else. And Rapidash Ride is going to be the only Pokemon left. So, I was thinking, what can I do to this? I could go for my Rock-type move. I mean, I've got Body Press, which is 100% accuracy. Not that that's going to do a lot of damage to Rapidash, right? It's quad resistant. So, we know that Rapidash has got Baton Pass and Sword Dance. What are its other moves? If they're physical moves, I could be okay. I've got Rock Tomb on this. Like, Rock Tomb's my best attack. Not that it's a very strong attack, right? But that's all I got. I've got to go for the Rock Tomb. So we got Psycho Cut from the Rapidash. It doesn't do a lot. I could probably leave like 2 more of them. Going for the Rock Tomb. That does so much damage. This was a critical hit. I'm like, this is it. This is it. If Rapidash goes for a Psycho Cut this time, I've got a chance of living. But if I miss Rock Tomb with 95% accuracy, I'm going to lose, right? So I thought I could go for Body Press, right? It's only got a little bit of health. We've got the Sand going. This should be like, this should be good. This should be like the really, really safe play. I should have enough defense to take it out, because this has got like 400 defense. Going for that Body Press now that we've dropped its speed. And the Rapidash lives on 1 health. You wouldn't read about it. It's going to go for the Play Rough and take my Stonejourner out. Man, I should have just gone for the Rock Tomb. Like, I should have just gone for it. I was so scared about it missing, because, you know, that sort of stuff happens to me all the time, right? On 95% accuracy moves, it always happens. I did some damage calculations. I got the absolute bare minimum on Body Press. I got the lowest roll you could possibly get. Let's get some salt on the chat. I'm really salty about that one. However, I could have still gone for Rock Tomb and missed too. So that's how it is. I'm not salty. It was still a very good battle, but that's the way things go sometimes. Oh, man. That was a merch plug too, guys. That was a merch plug. Guys, check out the merch link in the description. All right, so we got the second battle here. We got a Slazzle lead up against my Shuckle. Now, Rock Tomb is actually super effective. I decided to go for it in case they had, like, I don't know, Focus Sash or something like that. It's sort of like an odd Pokemon to lead with. So they're going to be going for a Nasty Plot, which is going to be pretty nasty for me, boosting their special attack. You know, Rock Tomb does some pretty good damage. Plus, I'm going to be able to slow this Pokemon down. It's very, very fast. All right, so I can go for a Gastro Acid. I go for a Sticky Web. Stealth Rock would be nice. I decided to go for Stealth Rock instead of the Sticky Web. Stealth Rock's pretty handy, getting rid of any Focus Sashes. So they're going to go for another Nasty Plot. Man, what is with these like lead Pokemon to go for like crazy boosting moves? Like the last one, we had that Rapidash go for 2 Sword Dances. Now we had the Slazzle going for 2 Nasty Plots. It's absolutely wild. All right, so we got the Stealth Rocks on the field, which is going to be handy. Now I can go for a Gastro Acid or Rock Tomb. I was like, it's got to be Sticky Web or Rock Tomb. I decided to go for Rock Tomb to get some more damage off. Slazzle's going to go for a +4 Flamethrower against my Shuckle. Shuckle lives. Now, Shuckle's EVs were as follows. Max health, max special defense, and I gave it a boosting defensive nature. I'm pretty sure I gave it Impish Nature. That's what I gave it. All right, the item obviously was Leftovers. You haven't already noticed that one. And Shuckle's going to go down the next turn. I did contemplate giving this a Quick Claw, but I thought, well, it's not going to do a lot of damage, and it's not really like a meme set, like a power trick set, so I thought Leftovers would be a better item on it. All right, so it's going to take me out there with the crit, and Shuckle is down, but it did pretty good. Did some damage, slowed that Slazzle down, and put Stealth Rock on the field. I proved that was a pretty good sort of thing there. Okay, so we got Barbarical here. Barbarical can go for Liquidation. I don't want to risk staying in case it's got some sort of coverage move to hit me with. Like, even neutral will absolutely bury Barbarical. Go for Liquidation, and Slazzle is going to go down. So that's really good. Now, Barbarical obviously has Shell Smash. This could be like the go-to move, but I feel like if I go for the Shell Smash too early, I might get wrecked. All right, so we got Goodra coming out here. My Spidey senses were like tingling, right? So I was thinking, this has probably got, it's got to have Power Whip, right? I'm thinking Power Whip. So I'm going to go into Colossal. That was really the only Pokemon I could go into, considering like Power Whip is super effective. But it's going to go for a Thunderbolt and says like, okay, all right, this is a special set. Doesn't do a lot of damage to Colossal though, so I was thinking if I go for the G-Spot here, I could go for the G-Max Volcliffe, get some Magma Rocks on the field, and get some really good damage. 1 second, guys, I need a drink. I've done a lot of streams and narration lately, so my voice is sort of like, I don't know, I feel like I'm on the verge of losing it, but not losing it. I don't know. feels a tiny bit strained. So we got Colossal going to its big old G-Max form, and it's got to get that big oven cooking. I reckon they're like, how good would it be, right, if it's like stomach opens, then like a Rotom oven comes out, then its stomach opens, and then I don't know. There's what could be inside the Rotom oven. Rotom bread, that'd be crazy. Anyway, so we need some more. Speaking of which, a little bit of a thing here. We need another Rotom form. We haven't had one for ages. Like, that'd be super cool. All right, so Gudra is on its last legs here. Not that they're very big or anything. They're pretty small. And I can go for any kind of move to take this thing out. We got another Thunderbolt from Gudra. I'm thinking that Gudra, I don't think it's Choice Specs. I think it's Choice Scarf. I actually think it's a speedy one. So Gudra is going to go down, which is going to be quite good. And we've taken 2 Pokemon out. So at the moment, the score is 4... Actually, it's 4-0. 4-0. Pretty close battle at this stage. So I've still got Barbarical in the back. And I've still got my... I've got one more turn of my G-Max on my Colossal too. So we got the Flygon coming in. Flygon's a pretty dangerous Pokemon. They're going to go for a Supersonic Flygon only on PIMPNITE's channel, people. Now, I was wondering, what strategy would they be doing with Supersonic on Flygon? Like, this had me thinking, like, if they got some crazy meme strategy, like, I'm really, really interested in this. So, taking well over half of Flygon's health there with my G-Max move, the little Magma Balls. And that is left. That's all that's left of my G-Max. So I can go for... Man, there's not a lot of options. I can't go for any. Like, Earthquake's got Levitate, Stone Edge is not very effective, and Flare Blitz is not very effective. So, like, okay, should I swap it out or should I just keep it in? I was like, nah, I'll just keep it in because this could have Earthquake too. It's going to be a special set. Go for the Earth Power, and no way I'm going to be living that one. So, Colossal's down. Still wondering what this Supersonic set is. So we've seen Earth Power and Supersonic. I'm running over my mind at the moment. Like at this point in time, I was running like, what does this have? Like what sort of like strategy is going on here? So going into my Tyranitar. So Tyranitar does have Ice Punch. I thought that'll bury like all 6 Flygons. If they like seriously, if there was 6 Flygons, you could use that 6 times. So we got a Bug Buzz coming from Flygon, which is once again was very interesting. And now this tells me what the Supersonic was for. We had a Throat Spray Flygon there. So that's very, very interesting strategy. So I've got the Crunch here, and Crunch or Ice Punch is going to take the Flygon out like super, super easy, which is really good. Oh, that's why I didn't use Ice Punch. I didn't use Ice Punch because I didn't want to reveal that I just had it, because every Tyranitar has Crunch, right? All right, so Chandelure is going to come in. Looks very, very nice on that orange shiny. And I can go for a... Well, Crunch again. Crunch would be a nice Pokemon move to go for, and that'll easily take out Chandelure. So I was thinking something like, okay, it's probably got something like not Shadow Ball, Energy Ball. Tyranitar is an absolute monster in the sound. This one I ran max health and max attack on too, so it's very, very tanky, right? So Chandelure is gonna go down. Goodbye, Chandelure. We got 2 more Pokemon left though, but these Pokemon were pretty crazy, right? We had a very, very scary Pokemon. So I've got 3 more Pokemon left, and I've got 1 more I haven't shown yet, but you guys already know that Stonjourner is there. So we got Hydreigon. This, I know they're going to Dynamax this, because I was thinking, are they going to Dynamax this or their last Pokemon? Their last Pokemon couldn't Dynamax, so I'm going to give you a little hint there. What could it be, people? What could it be? Anyway, so we've got the Hydreigon going for the Dynamax here. This Pokemon is very, very powerful. Like, even without a Dynamax, it's super, super strong. So I'm guessing it's going to be running the usual Hydreigon set, but I'm not sure because I've seen the Flygons. Like, you know, could they be going ahead to run like a physical one? I'm not sure. Now, the thing about Dynamax too, it actually sort of masks if you're running a physical or special set too. Unless you can run specific damage calcs, but if your Pokemon's on low health and they're just like sort of sweeping through your team, you don't really know, right? So getting some more damage from the sand, we're going to go into the old faithful Stonjourner, and I can tell you what, boys and girls, we're going to find out if this is a physical set or if it's a special set. So I thought about going for Wonder Room for a second. I was like, nah, let's go for Body Press. Body Press will do the best amount of damage here. So we got Max Wormwind, obviously coming off a Dragon-type move, and that is definitely coming off Draco Meteor or Dragon Pulse or anything like that, right? So Stonjourner has a terrible, terrible special defense. I think it's base 20. It's that bad, right? So you don't want to, like, if you're versing a Stonjourner in doubles, normally that's where you'll see it the most. Not that it's not really a great singles Pokemon. It's pretty horrible. Hit it on the special side. So we got another Max Wormwind on my Barbarical, my very, very last Pokemon. I actually managed to live that pretty well due to the sand, right? So that's really good. It's going to drop my stats, my attack. But the good thing about it is I had the White Herb, right? So that's going to obviously return my attack stat for normal. And then I went for the Shell Smash. So this should allow me to actually outspeed that Hydreigon and go for like a Stone Edge or anything along those lines will be really, really good. So I've got a +2 in speed and attack, which is really nice. Not running a special attacking one, of course. And Hydreigon is on his last turn of Dynamax too, so that was really good. That was very, very good timing. Because if this thing was in Dynamax, right, I had no chance of taking it out. I would have needed like a crit from Stone Edge. So, speaking of Stone Edge, that is my only option because Levitate on the Earthquake and Liquidation ain't going to do monkeys at all. So, go for Stone Edge and it lands and Hydreigon is going to go down. That was absolutely awesome. As I mentioned earlier, people, we've got one more Pokemon left, and this Pokemon was a little bit of a problem. But at this stage, I've got a Shell Smash up, so I'm feeling pretty confident. Alright, we got the Eternatus coming out. I can go for Earthquake and absolutely destroy this. And we got some Stealth Rock damage, and we got some Sand as well. So I'm pretty confident that I can live this one, or just take it out in one shot. Well, I won't live. And they cancelled right at the end. Baby bottle there. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed both these battles. I'll catch you tomorrow. Peace.